Gua Africa was founded in 2006 when Emmanuel Jal, former child soldier turned musician and activist, got his first #1 record, which enabled him to support students that were in the Kakuma refugee camp, which is a refugee camp in northern Kenya, where Emmanuel spent some time. So when he was able to, he started supporting 3-4 handful of students to get their high school diplomas. And basically it grew from there. Our belief is access to education for all, underpinned by a philosophy of peace, education, conflict resolution, and promoting sustainable livelihoods within communities. In reality, that means building schools in rural South Sudan. It means providing educational sponsorships for younger adults who have survived the Sudanese civil war and are now either in the refugee camp or have made their way to Nairobi but need support to get the education they deserve. South Sudan was at war for over 50 years on and off. The civil war completely decimated the country. Millions of people left. That meant that infrastructure was completely decimated. It was a war zone for decades and decades and decades. And there was nothing left for the people. They all fled to the refugee camps of Ethiopia and of northern Kenya. So that has resulted in South Sudan being the worst place in the world for a child that wants to receive an education today. The children in South Sudan are desperate for an education, but they are being restricted. You have to put yourself in the shoes of the children, young adults, everyone in South Sudan. Picture your life as they have lived their lives. And imagine never having access to a teacher, a pen, a pencil, an exercise book, anything, having to scribble the alphabet with your finger in the sand. You have to try and imagine what your life would be like without an education whatsoever. And not for want of trying, but for lack of facilities, lack of resources. We believe that if you educate one child, you can develop a nation. And what we mean by that is to say that every South Sudanese child that gains a secondary school education will then go on to use that education in a way that can enable the community that they live in and also the wider South Sudan to develop. Gua Africa's role in that is to provide an all-rounded education that not only teaches just with secondary school curriculum but also peace education. Gua Africa chooses to focus on education because we believe it is the most important gift that you can give to any individual. It enables individuals to prosper, it enables individuals to support their family, support their community, and education can breed all other factors of development. So you need a functioning educational system to promote sustainable healthcare. I think education really is the root and everything else comes off that.